Welcome to today's Explainer. I'm going to be your mentor today, and my absolute top priority is helping you shift from passive, endless brainstorming into actual, real-world execution. We're diving into the brilliant concepts from Jonathan Reed's book, Start a Business from Zero: Build Skills, Change Behavior, Create Stability. He maps out an incredible 11-phase checklist that takes you from a raw, unformed idea straight to your very first paying customer. So no more theory, no more drawing up 50-page business plans. We are focusing strictly on action.
Here's the roadmap we're tackling today. We've got 6 key phases: shift from thinking to doing, find and validate real problems, craft a clear, simple offer, test before you build, secure your first customer, and finally, build stable weekly habits. It's a straight-line path, so let's jump right in.
Phase 1. Shift from thinking to doing. Building the foundation.
Progress is more important than perfection. Honestly, I cannot stress this enough. You're probably waiting for the perfect time, the perfect camera gear, or that shiny certification. Stop. Taking action is literally the only thing that clears the fog. You don't need everything buttoned up right now. Just move forward one step at a time.
Customer, problem, solution, payment. That's it. That is the whole game. We tend to overcomplicate starting a business, but really, you find a customer with a specific problem, you hand them a solution, and they hand you a payment. There's no magic trick here.
Now, you've got to pick a lane, maybe providing a service, selling a digital product, or running a local gig. Compare them based on simplicity, cost, and how well they fit your life. But listen, here is a massive trap I see all the time. People switch directions the second it gets hard or uncomfortable. Do not do that. Pick a lane and stick with it long enough so you actually have a chance to test it out. Phase 2. Find and validate real problems, moving beyond assumptions.
Problem awareness. Basically, a good business starts with a pain that already exists in the real world, not some random idea you just invented in the shower. Train your brain to spot real struggles across different industries. Think of a local bakery losing custom cake orders because they're tracking them on sticky notes, or an IT freelancer pulling their hair out over manual invoicing, or even a fitness coach struggling to keep clients engaged between sessions. Find the actual pain.
Validation steps. You need proof that people actually care before you build a thing. Dive into forums, read one-star reviews, collect those repeated, frustrated phrases. But most importantly, do some simple customer interviews. And here's a pro tip. Do not ask, "Would you buy this?" People will just be polite and say yes. Instead, ask them, "Tell me about the last time you tried to solve this problem. What was literally the hardest part?" That's how you uncover the truth.
Look at the difference here. Vague idea, people want productivity tools. Compare that to a specific problem. Busy freelancers want to stop feeling overwhelmed and regain control of their time. See the shift? One is just a wild guess, and the other hits on a deep emotional need for a very clear target customer.
Phase 3. Craft a clear, simple offer, turning ideas into utility.
Here's your offer creation checklist. You've got to define the transformation. Who is your customer before they meet you, and who are they after? Check out the alternatives they're already using. Pick a straightforward way to get paid, slap a starter price on it, and write a super simple statement. I help X achieve Y. Boom. Done. Don't overthink it.
Can I explain my offer in 1 or 2 simple sentences? Seriously, pause right now and ask yourself that. If you're rambling for 5 minutes trying to explain what you do, your potential customer tuned out 4 minutes ago. You need absolute clarity before you take another step.
Phase 4. Test before you build. The minimal reality.
The old way is build, hope, wait. And honestly, that is a fantastic way to waste 6 months and a bunch of money. The key principle you need to adopt right now is test, learn, improve. You test your idea by putting a super minimal version out there, gathering quick feedback from the market, and seeing if people actually bite before you go and build the whole shebang.
Basic setup actions. Keep it so lean. Pick a basic legal structure, a name you can live with, throw up a simple online presence, and for goodness sake, separate your business money from your personal money. You absolutely do not need expensive software yet. Just grab free tools like Trello or Asana for your task lists and use a basic spreadsheet to track your cash.
Simple and functional beats complex and delayed every single time. Stop agonizing over your logo. Stop tweaking the font on your website for the 5th time today. Just get the basics functioning and go talk to human beings.
Phase 5. Secure your first customer. Real interactions and proof.
Am I waiting for customers or actively finding them? Look, nobody is coming to save you, and nobody is going to magically stumble upon your brand new business. You have to write those simple outreach messages, ping your existing network, and actively hunt for that first yes to build some real momentum.
First delivery. You get the customer, you deliver a real result, and then you immediately ask for feedback. What worked? What totally missed the mark? Securing that first customer is really just a gateway. The actual gold is the feedback you collect.
Your first result is not the end. It is the beginning of learning. You are going to mess up during these first customer contacts. Maybe you undercharge, maybe your onboarding process is a bit clunky. That is perfectly fine. The whole point is to learn from those early mistakes. That feedback loop is the true engine of your business.
Phase 6. Build stable weekly habits, from action to system.
Stability checklist. This is how we turn those random, chaotic bursts of energy into a rock-solid, repeatable system. Create a simple weekly routine for your core activities: generating leads, selling, delivering the goods, and doing admin work. Set up a 90-day plan and use a weekly task list to strictly monitor your progress. And remember, consistency absolutely destroys intensity. Working a couple of focused hours every single week is way better than pulling a frantic all-nighter once a mark.
You don't build a business by knowing the steps. You build it by completing them. Such a brilliant point from Reed. You have the checklist now, but just knowing the checklist doesn't build the business. Checking the boxes does.
Am I building something repeatable or relying on motivation? Let that sink in for a second. Motivation is fleeting. It usually fades by Wednesday afternoon. Systems, however, survive. Take that crucial first step today. Start turning those actions into weekly habits, and let's get to work. Thanks so much for hanging out with me for this explainer. You've absolutely got this.